Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. I wanted to share with you my top 10 favorite tractor finds for the month of May 2026. It was an exciting time out in the field, finding a variety of tractors from big modern machines running 120-foot, 48-row corn planters to rare tractors, and one of my all-time greatest finds was this month, and you will see that as the number one tractor at the end of this presentation. I hope that you'll enjoy seeing this variety of classic and modern machines at work, so let's head out to the field so that you can see and hear them. I'm a lifelong fan of Case 4-wheel drive tractors. It was the large tractor that I had the most opportunity to see growing up as a kid in western New York. They were popular on dairy farms for running PTO machines like forage harvesters and manure spreaders, as well as doing heavy tillage on grain farms with plows, discs, and field cultivators. This Case 4490 is working with a Case International field cultivator in Wisconsin. The tractor was manufactured from 1979 through 1983. It's rated at 210 engine horsepower and 175 PTO horsepower. I've been working on a long-term project covering the full history of John Deere rubber track tractors. The company began offering this style of machine back in 1997, and you might have noticed a few more rubber track John Deeres featured on the channel this spring. I was glad to find this 530 horsepower John Deere 9630T working like a boss in Illinois with a Krause Landstar running at 13 miles per hour, preparing a seedbed for planting. I like to find rare tractors, and this 380 horsepower New Holland TJ 380 articulated 4-wheel drive fits that bill. I located it in Iowa, applying liquid manure. The New Holland company was founded in 1990 through the merger of Fiat and Ford New Holland. In 1999, Fiat also acquired Case IH, which manufactures Steiger articulated 4-wheel drives in Fargo, North Dakota. In 2002, the Tractor Jumbo, or TJ series, was released by New Holland. These tractors are produced right alongside the red Steigers. From 2006 to 2007, the Series 2 TJ tractors were offered, and this TJ 380 was part of that lineup. With only 1 year in production, it is a rare tractor to find. One of my goals for this channel is to feature all brands of tractors. One of the brands that I have difficulty finding is Agco-Allis. These tractors were primarily manufactured in the 1990s, and I was glad to find this 145 horsepower 9745 tractor working in Illinois with a Case International 415 roller mulcher. Agco-Allis was retired as a brand in 2001 and replaced by Agco. And this 9745 was part of that last era of Agco-Allis when it was built from 1998 through 2001. I always enjoy getting to see a field being plowed. It's a rare opportunity these days outside of a vintage tractor plow day. It's an antique method of tillage, but still effective. I was glad to find this 320 horsepower John Deere 8320R tractor working with a Case 500 moldboard plow, turning under CRP ground in Illinois. While this field is covered in thick grass and overgrowth, the plow was effective in flipping over the sod, and while it looks like it's making large slabs, the farm was very fast in smoothing out the field and preparing a seedbed. In fact, the plowing was only half done when the corn planter pulled into the field to start working. One of my all-time favorite tractors is the 150 horsepower International 3588 2+2. This was a brand new machine when I was a kid, and I couldn't think of anything more exciting than an anteater. Growing up, it was neat to watch several of these tractors work on dairy farms in western New York State, plowing, running forage harvesters, and manure spreaders. I was excited to see one working in Wisconsin with a Sperry New Holland 800 box spreader. The 800 spreader was big-time manure spreading back in the early 1980s. Seeing this one paired with the 3588 was like going back in time and reliving my childhood. first tractor I ever had a chance to ride in as a kid was a Case Traction King, and it inspired my lifelong interest in four-wheel drive tractors. So I was excited to see this 256 horsepower Case 2670 Traction King tractor planting corn in Iowa with a 60-foot wide, 24-row, 30-inch space John Deere 1770 corn planter. 50 years ago, the Case 2670 Traction King was the biggest tractor available from J.I. Case. A tractor that I've wanted to share with you for the past few years is the 590 horsepower John Deere 9RT 590. It debuted in 2024 and is the largest two-track John Deere available. Where I live in western Kentucky, the 9RX articulated four-track machines have taken over the market, and I was glad to find this 9RT 590 planting corn in Iowa with a John Deere DB120 corn planter that is 120 feet wide and has 48 rows spaced at 30 inches. This planting team was running at 10 miles per hour and can cover 1,000 acres per day. The best find of May 2026 and one of the all-time greatest for the channel other than the Big Bud 16V 747 is this 525 horsepower Case International 9190 tractor seeding spring wheat in Minnesota. It is my understanding that only 18 of these tractors were built in 1987 and a majority of them were shipped to Australia. If you know any additional information about the 9190, please share it in the comment section below this video. I'm looking forward to making a full feature on this great classic tractor. I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field with this variety of classic and modern tractors working on spring planting. I would like to hear in the comment section below this video what your favorite tractor find of May was, or tell me about one that you hope that I locate in the future. If you have appreciated this presentation, I hope you'll consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 3,000 videos of farm machines in action. As always, thank you for watching.